Greetings, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. My name is Creatrix. I am a spiritual investigator and a spiritual scientist. This is my channel, The World Stage, where I read the most prominent and potent energy that's going around globally. Okay, and today we are going to speak a little bit more about witchcraft. Okay, because I can't stress to you how important it is to understand and know the tactic of so-called witchcraft. And this tactic is so widespread in this game and so normalized in this game that I can go as far as to say that there is no such thing as witchcraft, because everything has literally become a form of witchcraft. All right, like, first of all, in this game, you can use whatever tools that you need, you find within you, without you, to win this game. All right. However, with that being said, every strategy has a consequence, good or bad, right? So that's what you also have to think about when choosing a strategy. So a lot of people in this realm have realized how potent and powerful witchcraft is. And I'm sure a lot of us, the way we even think about witchcraft is beneficial to those who actually practice it, because the way we even think about it is, the way it's portrayed in movies and shows and things like that. It's like, the practitioner is in some crazy dramatic garb, robe, or whatever, and they're cutting off chicken heads and they're drinking blood and they're doing all of these outlandish, ridiculous things, right, in order to do said witchcraft in these movies and and shows, the way that they're portrayed, right? But the reality is that the most witchcraft being done on this realm is by people in suits, by people in lab coats, by people in, $1 million, $1 billion industries. All right. Witchcraft is something that is really rampant in this realm. And part of the illusion is us not even being able to identify what is going on. Okay. The majority of us are experiencing witchcraft or spiritual attack from the people closest to us, especially if you are somebody who is carrying a lot of light, especially if you're somebody who's here to really change the dynamic in this earth realm in a way that brings balance and joy, happiness, fairness, justice. Okay, so once you enter this realm, because of your role as somebody who's bringing balance and light, you have to go through a myriad of different spiritual attacks in order to be able to fulfill your purpose and do your job. It kind of just goes with it. It's like a never-ending loop, right? Because of your purpose, you have to endure witchcraft and spiritual attack because it makes you stronger, but at the same time, it also makes you a target. So it's just something that, as somebody who has come to really make a difference on this earth realm, it's just something that we have to not endure as like a punishment or as a form of suffering. I mean, we're not martyrs. Like, don't get that wrong. Like that whole trope of Christ being a martyr, a lamb to the slaughter, a sacrificial lamb. Like, we're not here to sacrifice ourselves. In fact, it's very much so the opposite. We're here to dominate. We're here to win the game, right? We are here to make other people pay, right? Like, we're here to bring justice, which not only means fairness and balance to those who deserve it, but it also means doing really harsh and like punishment is a part of justice as well, right? Karma, like we're not, it's like light beings aren't only light beings. Light beings can dwell in their light or shine their light really bright because we have accepted and integrated our shadow side, our dark side, quote unquote, right? So witchcraft is out here, it's running rampant. We are hit with witchcraft upon birth, and most of the time our light shines so bright that the people closest to us, even growing up, our family, our friends, we're constantly getting bombarded with spiritual attacks. And then, some of us are experiencing different levels of spiritual attack, to where we could even have whole covens and cults literally sucking at our energy. Literally, well, okay, not literally, but you get what I'm saying. Like, these covens and cults, they're sucking our energy like energy vampires, right? Because our energy is so potent and prosperous. Because with the light comes a lot of benefits. Because we've done the work, right? We've integrated the shadow and the light, which is part of the game here on the earth realm, is the healing, is the the being able to heal your trauma and integrate it into yourself to become whole again, right? All of these fractured people who are still picking up the pieces of themselves, they'd rather siphon our light to be able to survive and get all of the benefits of that, which is the material stuff, rather than do the work themselves, right? So we become targets upon getting here from all different sides: cults, covens, our family members, our friends, the environment, the government. There's witchcraft in the water. The fluoride in the water is witchcraft, right? Like, if you think about hoodoo and voodoo and all these different spiritual practices that require using herbs and elements to concoct and create different different concoctions and liquids and bags of herbs, medicines, all that, right? These are the originators of what we now consider medicine and science, like the fluoride in our water. Somebody's literally adding an element into the water to create an effect, right, on the drinker of the water. That is, in essence, witchcraft, spell work, right? It might not be spell work, but it's definitely witchcraft, right? Using elements to control and manipulate the population. For example, there are pesticides that can cause people to think that they are attracted to the same sex, right? That is an attack on our sacral chakra, right? And no offense to anybody who is into the same sex, good for you, but for a lot of people out here, it's not happening naturally. There are chemicals being put into our children that cause neurological side effects, right? So all of this is witchcraft, and it's in our faces, right? But the most, all of that stuff we can avoid, right? And it's, you can avoid witchcraft, period. Like, you don't have to suffer at the hands of witchcraft. And that's what light beings, light workers are meant to do, is we're here to dominate, right? And we learn how to integrate and alchemize witchcraft. And that's what I want to talk about today, is the most prominent form of witchcraft, which is emotional witchcraft, right? Like, so you can avoid the water, right? You can somewhat avoid the water and the fluoride if you get a shower head that filters out the chloride or the fluoride and the chloride. You can get organic fruit and vegetables, right? There's ways to avoid the biological warfare, which is the witchcraft, right? There, you can move away from certain areas, certain neighborhoods, if you have the finances to do so. But another way, which is very prominent. All right, this is the main way that if they can't get you with all that other stuff, they will start to emotionally attack you. That is the way that these cults and different groups of people or single people who are just obsessed with you, because there are people that are obsessed with you that you're not seeing, okay, especially if you're a light being. You don't see it, what's going on in people's heads, or you can if you're somebody who practices being able to read minds and picking up on energy and stuff like that. But a lot of the times people get obsessed, right, with light beings because our light is so bright and potent and it feels good. You don't realize it because you're living in this light. It's like it's become normal to you, right? But to the people who don't dwell in the light, your energy is very, very delicious and potent. And so these people will become obsessed with your energy, and you literally have a gravitational pull to where you pull these people kind of in, because you just existing, you are bringing balance, you are bringing your purpose. You are living out your purpose just by existing on this realm. And so you are like a magnet to people who need to come into the light, right? You shed light on these people. So just naturally you have a magnetism to you that can cause some people to become obsessed with you. And so that can create grounds for people using spell work or witchcraft against you, especially emotionally. The people closest to you can start to do it. People far away from you that you've never seen or met before can start to do it. People that you watch on TV, all right, like famous people are in cults and do this kind of stuff in order to maintain their fame and wealth and prosperity and abundance, right? There are people in these kinds of cults. Most of Hollywood is in some kind of cult, and they fight amongst each other, but they also siphon, right? There's also like this unspoken war between these light beings and these cults, right? And they've created systems of how really deep occult hidden knowledge, right? They figured out how to siphon energy from light beings, and it requires us to be on a low vibrational level. And that's why they use witchcraft to lower the vibration of light beings so that the witchcraft can really hit. Because if you have a high vibration, then it's like you're on a whole different frequency and vibration than them, and they can't reach you. It's like you have a firewall, right? Like if we're all computers and these cults and stuff are trying to send you a virus to be able to steal all your data, then it's like you as a light being who is on a different or a higher frequency than them, you automatically have a firewall up to which they can't connect to your system. It's like they are on an older version of iOS and you're on a higher version of iOS. Like it just does not compute. All right, it just does not compute. And I'm picking up that. I picked up the song by Kehlani. Did I hurt your feelings when I stunted like that? Anyways, in the song she talks about how she's hurting the feelings of her haters because she's really stunting on them. She's stunting on them. She's doing well. She's looking good. Her money's coming in. She's getting to the bag. All right. She's wealthy. She's healthy. And she has haters out there who are really feeling butthurt because of how amazing she's doing. And that's the energy that I'm picking up. It's like there are people who are able to watch you, right? They're sending all of these spiritual attacks to you and you're just chomping them up. You're eating it up. You're eating it up. It's coming left and right. And these attackers, the people who are attacking you specifically, the ones that I'm picking up on at this moment, are very sophisticated and they've studied you very, very well. What do I mean by that? I mean, if you are a female, if you're a woman who still has your cycle, for example, right? If you still have a menstrual cycle, then they have learned your cycle so much that they start to hit you with the spell work when you're about to hit your period, so that that the moment before you hit your period, you know how our hormones fluctuate a lot, and we'll naturally be a little bit irritable or fussy, or we won't feel our best selves. We'll feel low energy, right? Just because our hormones are fluctuating at that time. They will start to do heavy spell work right around that time of your cycle to make it seem like it's just a biological thing, right? So it goes undetected, unnoticed, and you don't realize it. Because I'm picking up that you are somebody who is very sensitive to energy, and you can pick up on nuances that go on in your energetic field. You can feel when something new is entering. You can feel what kind of attack people are sending to you, what they want you to think, what they want you to do, right? And so I'm picking up really what I want to tell you in this video is that if you have negative thoughts, right, no matter what it is, if you're having negative thoughts, those are not yours. And the way that you overcome these thoughts and these feelings, the emotions, okay, you might really be feeling like giving up. You might be feeling like, I don't know, whatever it is they want to send you. Like, you might be even feeling like you want to end it. Like, you want to be out of the game, you want to exit the game, right? And there's only one way to exit the game, right? Right. So you might be feeling a crazy amount of emotions, and even though you're at a higher vibration and frequency, you can still feel what's going on around you. Your aura, you and your aura are on a whole different vibration and frequency, but they're still attacking you. So you can still feel what's going on, but it's not affecting you the way that it used to where when you were on a similar vibration or frequency as your attackers, right? So you could still maybe pick up on it, and that's a really good thing. It's a very good thing, because you're picking up on it, and what I'm picking up is that you're realizing what is happening to you. Like, it's not affecting you the way that they thought. You're not in some type of illusion where you think that negative emotions come from you. No, like, you understand, overstand that any negative emotions do not belong to you. Like, that's period. That's just it. Like, you're just a happy-go-lucky person. In fact, you're very like balanced in a way that I'm picking up that almost like you don't really produce emotions. You channel them because you've healed that much. You've integrated your shadow and your light that much, so that you don't really, like, you're just a clear channel to where whenever you feel emotions, even if they're happy, even if they're sad, even if they're angry, whatever the case is, like, those aren't really your emotions. Like, you can pick up, you're feeling and sensing everyone else around you, and that's a very, very good thing, So if you are someone who still feels like you're under attack, I'm picking up that you need to realize that you're picking up on other people's emotions and not your own. They could be emotions of just the people around you due to proximity. There could be a lot of people who are thinking about you and sending you evil eye, okay, whether they're doing it intentionally or not. I have this balloon in my room, and the balloon is starting to move, right, as I'm speaking, and it wasn't moving at all before, and now it's still again. So yeah, that's super weird. When I said there's people thinking about you, there's hella people thinking about you. People from your past, people that you don't know. Like, you are living rent-free in so many people's brains, and you could be getting dreams about these people every single night. I'm talking about exes, family members, ex-friends, college buddies, people that you knew from school, like just like people that you see at the grocery store, people in your community that know you from your community, from your church or your masjid or the temple that you go to. Like, wow, the balloon is moving, and like, yes, people are thinking about you. People are thinking about you so much. So this in and of itself could be causing you to feel energetically drained, or more so you're just picking up on these people's energy and it's really not your energy. So at any moment you can decide to feel like yourself again. You can literally do that by what you do is whatever emotions pop up in your body, in your emotional body, in your thoughts, in your energetic field. All you do is you follow the rabbit hole. Okay, follow the rabbit hole. Don't be resistant to the emotion. Don't try to suppress it, even if it feels terrible at the moment. Like, trust me, I know like some people's emotions, when they're being projected onto you, can feel really bad, especially if you live on such a high frequency, if you're used to being on such a high frequency and somebody else's emotions just happens to come into your energetic field and you're like, oh, why do I feel this way? It's easy to think in the moment that, oh, this belongs to me. It really doesn't. It really doesn't, because when you pick up that emotion, it's going to feel like it's coming from within you, right? But it's really not. It's really not. It does not belong to you, okay? So what you do is you continue to feel it until it's all felt up, until it's all done, until it's completed its cycle, right? You have to trust that you are strong enough to be able to fully feel whatever emotion is coming up in your body, in your energetic field, and trust that you will be able to get through it. Trust that it will run its course and be gone. And the more you suppress it, the longer it'll be there. Like, I'm talking about if you go down the rabbit hole and finish it out, like, you'll be good in 5 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever the case is. Like, you just let the emotion run its course and you go down the rabbit hole as far as it wants to go. Like, just bring it. Like, come on, bring it. Whatever you got, bring it. And that's how you alchemize, right? For your benefit. That's how you alchemize witchcraft for your benefit. Because there are people purposely sending you terrible thoughts, terrible feelings, wanting you to lower your vibration, right? But what they're doing is they're energetically like they're using their energy to put witchcraft on you, right? So it's their energy that's coming towards you. So what you do is it's like they're metaphorically sending you a package, right? So they have to buy the package, they have to wrap it up, they have to send it, right? So this package has value because the person who sent it to you put money into it, right? So this package actually has value. So in order to get the value of the package though, in order to get the value of that package, you have to open it up and see what's inside. And that's when, metaphorically, when the emotions hit you, right? So you have to ingest what is being sent to you in order to then transfer or alchemize that package and repurpose it for something else. Like, let's say you take that package and somebody sent you like an ugly painting, right? An ugly painting that was supposed to shock you or have you feeling distressed or something, right? But you're an artist. So you take that painting and you add, your little, pizzazz and, your touch on the painting using your tools and stuff. And then all of a sudden the painting is funny. You turn the painting into something funny or cute or, whatever. And then now you were able to, not only did you repurpose the painting, but now you're able to sell it to somebody who likes your art. That's what alchemy is all about. So, but in order to use the witchcraft and the spell work, you have to actually feel it. You have to allow it to come into your energetic field, but also trust yourself. And this is high level occult knowledge. So I don't recommend doing this unless, like, or at least I don't recommend you intentionally doing this until you've completely healed, right? Like, you have to be extremely grounded in order to be able to alchemize this way, because if somebody sends something into your field and it really feels like something that belongs to you because they have studied you, like let's say you've been traumatized by you know, maybe you've been essayed by your father, right? Like, trigger warning. And this person has really studied you, and they send you witchcraft to make you feel triggered about your SA. Like you can't still be holding on to that trauma and still try to alchemize whatever witchcraft is being sent your way. You get what I'm saying? So, because that could really make you shaky. It could really it could mess with your third eye, it could mess with your root chakra, all right? And it could drive you crazy. It could literally drive you crazy. And speaking of crazy, I did pick up that somebody who is doing spell work on you constantly, this person is constantly doing spell work on you. These are one of the people that I was talking about earlier that is completely obsessed with you. This person is losing their damn mind. They're losing their mind. They're going to claim insanity in court. Okay, somebody, oh my God, why did I just say that? Bruh, somebody is gonna take you to court, or they're gonna go to court for something that they did, and they're gonna claim insanity because they literally are going insane from all the spell work that they did to you, and two, like, they don't want to go to jail for something they did to you. So something about a court date and somebody pleading insanity because they literally are losing their shit. They're losing their shit, like they're losing all of their resources. I'm picking up that somebody siphoned resources from you and they're losing all of that, which is making them go crazy. But two, yeah, they're losing their shit, as in like they're not wrapped too tight anymore. Like they're going crazy, like clinically, like insane asylum type crazy. So yeah, that was an interesting sidebar. But anyway, so in all of my videos, it's gonna come down to being able to heal enough to the point where oh, that's my son. It's important to be able to heal enough to the point where you can become a master alchemist, and you can just eat witchcraft all day and night and use it to your advantage. And that is definitely a strategy that light workers or light beings or people who are sent out here to dominate and balance and love, that's definitely a strategy that we carry and that we're really good at, because it requires somebody who has integrated their shadow and their light. It's like a special strategy that you have to unlock by doing some major growth, some major evolution. That's my son. He's wanting to play. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video here, all right, and go play with my baby. Have a good night. Okay, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope that gave y'all some clarity, and most of all, I hope that encouraged you to heal and encouraged you to really tap into your magic and also see the world for what it is and realize that a lot of this stuff is witchcraft and spell work. Like, there's no, like, we want to call it science and we want to call it law and government, and we have all these special names for all these different institutions and things that do special niche things. But all in all, the world is magical. Everything is magic. There is no mundane. All right, and maybe I'll touch into that a little bit in the next video if if it makes sense to. But yeah, so yeah, love you all so very much, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for stopping by. Creatrix out.